So let's get stuck straight into the game then, Barry. Tell us about the weather and any changes.
Lovely day for football, perfect, no wind, no rain, but it was cold. It was a good day for football. We couldn't play football yesterday.
Just a mild wind, wasn't it?
Well,
very mild.
We picked up the second quarter and the last quarter. It was probably 2 or 3 goals, but we had to win the last quarter. But it wasn't much advance, but very, very good day for football. Very
good. Any changes?
Out, Jake Greeley back to Frankston Bombers, and for Toddy Gardner, he went back to Frankston Bombers too. Joel Connolly out with an ankle. I think he might be right next week. I think, hopefully, because we've got YCW next week. In come Nightingale, Matty Ponton, and Cody McCormick for his first game.
Very good. Excellent. Well, at the beginning of the first quarter, it was a fairly tight. Chelsea 2-1 to Edi Asp 2-3.
Well, it was a pretty evening opening in the first quarter. Carpenter and Nizer, Deluke was playing well. It was a pretty even first quarter. It was really better 2 points something in the first quarter on there.
2 points.
2 points.
Yep, 2 points. So it was even, not much to talk about.
Well, the second half is probably, the first half is pretty even too.
7-1 at half time to Chelsea to 6 goals for Edi Asp.
Actually, it was pretty good kicking by Chelsea for 7-1. We were generally about the other way around, 1-7, but even first half. That number 14 Mannix, Tim Mannix, he got the ugliest head I've ever seen and the longest disgraceful hair I've ever seen, but he can play. And that Nick Danone, he kicked a goal, went 80 yards, I reckon.
Wow.
On the boundary.
From the middle. From the boundary.
And one for he kicked 2 brilliant goals. He's at number 21, he can play. Bit of a nutcase, man.
Yeah, okay.
So it was pretty even the first half.
So they kicked ahead, they fell behind in the third quarter. 10-6 to 11-9, and questions were being asked. It
was, McLeod started coming in the game. He was pretty quiet in the first half, which he's been doing over the last few weeks, but Scotty, he comes good in the second half. Louis had a pretty quiet first half, but he was starting to get a few kicks. Carpenter Sammy Carpenter had about 12 possessions in the third quarter.
Very good.
12 possessions. I'll say something about him later.
And we can sort of, if you want to see more about Sammy Carpenter.
Yes, he's got the interview that was done on last Thursday, which is a bit different schedule for us. But
check it out on your YouTube channel.
They're on. The Sam Carpenter interview is on, and it's had a few hits too. And I was talking to him on Saturday. He said, it was pretty good. Even Steve Harrison's father had a look, and he said, that wasn't too bad, Barry.
So that was solely presented and constructed by yourself?
Sort of, yeah.
And I just
put it together.
On the
film, put it on the YouTube.
I just did the editing.
But it went over pretty well. He's a natural talent, and played a good game again on Sunday too, Colin.
Very good. Getting back to the game.
Last
quarter. You want to talk about the last
quarter?
15 goals, 9, 99, 12 goals, 3, 75. A little win. But a win nonetheless.
Well, it was a good strong win at the finish because Seaford kicked 5 goals in the third quarter and we kicked 5 goals in the last quarter. But Louis come into the game in the last quarter, and McLeod and Carmody and DeLuca, because DeLuca, I told you, he can play like a row, this fella. I'll say something about him later too. But Nizer, tough. God, he's a good player, Nizer. Doesn't get too many raps, but he can play. He's tough. He gets in. He took one of the marks today too, John. Today. He's a very good player, Nizer. But we come out with kicked 5 goals. How many points we kicked in the last quarter? Not too many, was it?
3.
Yeah, 5-3. It was a very good last quarter. It was not a bad. We had 6 players out. I didn't realise that, but I said to Chappell after coming, I said it was a good ugly win. He wasn't too happy about that, but
you did say good. He must have missed out on the ugly.
Ugly win, which you can interpret it 2 different ways. But we'll finish up alright with a 5-goal last quarter. Topped them up, and because Edi Asp, they're not a bad side here, yes. They're not pushovers.
Well, welcome viewers once again. Here we are on a Monday, lovely day, with the dynamic Barry Peatling.
Dynamite, not dynamite.
Dynamite
Barry.
I could be
dynamic too, yeah.
Yeah, so you are dynamic and dynamite as well.
Dynamite.
Welcome, Barry.
Welcome to the viewers out there. It's not a bad sort of day today.
Very good. Now, you've got a headline here from a few years ago.
I just found that last week. Snarl in the mid-class display, that was probably 65 or 66, I don't know, but Dynamite kicked 4 or 5 goals, they're best on the ground.
Best on the ground,
Dynamite.
and then the others. dynamite is what they say. And there's quite a big article there. And this is the Rapagna Panthers, that was their name.
Rapagna. We play horse.
You know why they were called the Panthers?
I don't know, but Robert Dunlop made it up.
Few Panther sightings up there.
I remember when I changed it, they were trying to find a name for Rapagna. It was probably back in 63 or 64, and Robert Dunlop, who played for Essendon, but Rapagna man, but he decided, well, that might be a nice name. I couldn't.
It's a good change.
What I'm going to call it.
It's a good change from the Rapagna Pansies.
No, it's got Panthers, but I don't know where he got Panthers from.
Okay.
Well,
there's been some sightings of Panthers let loose by the US military.
They've been some sightings in Victoria years and years ago too, but they never found them. Just a mystery. And that one down there, that was one of the action photos. That was a pretty good photo. I think it was at 62 or 63. What about action photo too, or something?
Slippery as an eel.
Slippery as an eel.
So tell us about the goal kickers.
The goal kickers. I didn't mention Chrissy Warren. The last quarter, I think he kicked 3 goals too. Played the top game, kicked 5 goals. Scotty McLeod, 2 goals. Louis 1. These are all 1. Louis, Biaggi, Salem, DeLuca, Matty Ponton, Hodge, Steve Harrison, and Sam the Man Carpenter.
Very good. Now, I got out of my bed for the last 10 minutes, out of my sick bed, and strolled over.
This fella has been too well the last few days.
And I strolled over and I stood at the goal line there, and I saw one magnificent bounce through a goal. Now, who was that?
Chris Warren, number 14. I could hardly see from where I was, but I could just see him. He snuck through and right on the boundary.
Miracle goal.
It was a bounce through, yeah. So you've seen that?
I saw it was right in front of my eyes.
Well, there you go.
So I thought, well, this is good. Now, tell us your group of best players.
Well, there's Carpenter, Jason Clark. I must mention him. He played a good game all day, Jason Clark. He can play, the fella. Warner, Nizer, Louis in the last half, Carpenter and DeLuca. I'll leave anybody out there. Scotty McLeod too, yeah.
Alright, well, give us your votes. 1 vote.
1 vote. Split them out. Another split. Another half vote.
Okay, here we go.
Nizer and Chrissy Warner for his 5 goals.
Very good. Now, 2 votes.
Sam the Man. I think I might call him the man now. Sam the Man Carpenter. 2 votes.
Very good. And finally, 3 votes.
DeLuca. I'll tell you something about DeLuca. He got best on the ground by far. He had about probably between 15 and 20 possessions. Took about 10 marks. Had about 37 knockouts. And kicked one 50-yard goal. That fella is amazing. He got and he took the mark of the day too. Very good. Nearly the mark of the year.
Well, tell us about the highlights then.
Yeah, a lot of highlights, especially a lot of people kicking good goals, which is it is a highlight. 2 fellas kicking long goals. But Sammy Carpenter, it's amazing. I'll tell you how this fella, he breaks the tackles. They can't hold him. Gets in the pack. One stage there's 3 or 4 fellas, and he grabs him off. He just whacks him off and just takes off. He's as strong as an ox. 1 net, 1.5 arms. And they can't hold him. He's, let's say, he had about 12 possessions in the third
Reminds me
quarter.
of another fellow I used to know.
Who?
Slippery as an eel. Slippery.
I wasn't caught too many times, as a matter of fact. When I think back, I wasn't too smart for those fellas. But Sammy, he's an unreal footballer, I'll tell you now. Now, DeLuca, the mark of the day, probably the mark of the year, I reckon. He's 6'12", and he was up as high as that roof when he took it. He stood on this fella's head, on the wing over there. And the crowd went mad. Up there, but his hand, a couple of times he's in the pack, I told you a few weeks ago, he played like a rover for 6'9". McLeod's goal, a ripper, in the opposite pocket. It was in the 2nd or 3rd quarter. Brilliant goal. Warner's top goal in the last quarter, you've seen it yourself, on the angle, bang.
Live.
And Brad Hodge in the 2nd quarter, I reckon, to win 65 metres. Nearly in the centre.
Wow.
Brilliant goal. And Louis, great. He got it caught in this end. This end of the ground here, 2 fellas had it ducked away, went bank, snapped a goal, unbelievable goal. So there's 6 good goals all day.
Wow.
Very good.
Very good. Well, tell us a little bit about Matty Ponton's first game.
Matty Ponton, I tell you, I didn't realise how tall he is, but he's going to be a player. He took Daddy Moore's number 22. He's going to be good, I'll tell you now. He's a bit like Bradley Clark, but Bradley Clark is not getting a run at the moment, but I think this fella, he'll be a 100-grand player. Sure.
Okay.
A bit of class.
That's a big rap.
Kick the goal too. And,
so it's Matty Ponton.
keep your eye on it. Number 22.
Number 22.
But the seconds, I'll tell you about the second. Oh, the under 18s first. The under 18s won by 100 points.
Mm.
Well, they just scraped home.
Yep.
But the seconds played a draw. I don't think I've ever seen a seconds play a draw since I've been here. You want to keep going?
That's very interesting about the seconds. Tell us more.
Well, with about a minute to go, Jesse Odell took a mark about 45, 50 yards out.
Yep.
Simon goes back, and they were a goal behind.
Yes.
They slapped her through, snuck her through for a goal. Brilliant. He should be in the French scenes, that fella. Kicked what you call a very good pressure goal, Tom. It was a drawn game.
Excellent.
After the bell, 40 yards out.
Well, that's
beautiful.
Almost as good as winning the game after the bell.
Everyone went mad. I don't know why, because you only got half the game.
Yeah, but still, you're going to lose.
I reckon
at least you got something from it.
I reckon he'll be coming back next week. But some bad news about Harrison. He's done his calf again.
Right. Oh, that's
limped
no good.
off. He's but talking to Graham Stewart, the president, about this new fella, Benbow, he says it built like Ashley Unions.
All right.
Not as tall.
Okay.
They reckon because Louis and Sammy and they reckon he moved, but I don't know where he's going to come in. Probably another couple of weeks, I reckon. But
okay. How's Damon's progress?
He's walking on crutches, but I think he's. I asked him, I said, "What are you on crutches for?" I said, "I want to keep the pressure off the foot," which is good thinking because. And we've got to play YCW next week, so we can sort of not count it right out, but.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got after that, but we've got to have some easier games. But I reckon it could be. We're going to cement ourselves in fourth position at the moment. If we lose next week, I mean, you never go out there to lose, Colin. But they only scraped home against Kringle, I think, on Saturday.
So what do you think they can do to reduce the damage?
They've got to get get Joel. See, Joel Connolly's out. So if we get Benbow, Joel Connolly, and Damon, with a bit of luck in 3 or 4 weeks, we could have a fair side for the finals because we're just about stabilised fourth position at the moment.
Okay.
Just about.
With that win.
Seaford, they got beaten, and I think we can. Well, anything can happen in the finals. Someone gets an injury, or they get a couple of injuries. And
so, to just give us the details about next week's game. When is it? Where is it?
Down at YCW. Down on Frankston Road, under the Frankston Road somewhere.
Behind the RSL, I think there. Frankston RSL.
Get lost down there. I don't know why. Yeah, it's 2:15. It's going to be. If Big Joel gets back next week. Saturday, no more Sunday games. It's a pain in the bum those Sunday games. But if they get Big Joel back, and I reckon Luke Manders, they might give him a run. He done right in seconds on Saturday. He might need another run, Luke. I don't know, but. We need some big units. You've got to have big units in this competition. We're too small down the back at the moment.
So need a bit of bolstering.
Gentle played right. He went in the ruck, and but the Luke, I mean, I've never seen he's worth his weight in goal, that fella. Just keeps running.
Very good. Well, that's next Saturday, 12:15 at the Frankston Oval.
Yeah, get yourself down there, Chelsea supporters, and
you'll be there to report live on the spot.
Oh, we're there. As sure as whatever.
Very good. Well, that's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me, and goodbye from those fellas over there.
Come
Super!
Great game of footy, mate. Great game of footy. from where we were, what is it, 8 days ago now, from where we were 8 days ago, we did a win like that, as I said, today was worth more than 4 points, correct?
Yeah.
Today was about us. Today was about getting rid of the outside world of the party. Half the people came here today open for a Chelsea capitulation, but it didn't happen, did it? Alright? We're still in this, boys. You know, we had one on the bench in the last quarter. Just shows that we can keep going. Just shows that when it means something, we get our tackle count up to that 19-20 in the last quarter when the game's up for grabs, we get the rewards. It shows that we don't give in. It shows that we care. And we did move the footy pretty well today. We'll bowl. The scoreboard shows that. Great game for us. I do want to mention that, guys, we have had a few debutantes lately, as I said. On today, you're looking for a country game to make a debut. Chelsea Edi Asp to be the history, and that's come back in the last quarter, and you to be a big part of it, kick a goal. Your tackle camp's pretty good too, something you'll remember forever. Good captain's game. What I will say, good work down back. Chrissy Warner, great game of footy. Yeah, good work. You go unheralded because, you know, I'm pretty hard on you. I do notice the funny different things you do, but your work rate today, mate, and finishing off just sensational. Clarky, you got a job to go on to tonight. Look, boys, get upstairs tonight, have a beer, be happy with what you've achieved tonight, okay? It just shows that we don't want to throw them to the house. It shows we're not laying down and turning our toes up. Okay? See you later, boys. Nice and great game. One thing I'm about, guys, is blokes who get whacked out, they come back. Okay? Guys are going to pin you back to the wall, come out fucking swinging. If we come out swinging today, that's the big thing. Hard to turn around a game, hard to turn around confidence when you lose to a bottom side. It's really hard. Start working it to turn it around. We proved it today. Okay, someone said to me out there it was an ugly loss. It's ugly win. Who gives a fuck how it looks? Who gives a fuck how it looks? Alright? We don't judge you, do we, Ozzy? You know what I mean?
Poor Ozzy. Come on.
Tell you what, you on bound in that last quarter about 5 stars. You're going for a fair while. What I will say is that, you know, 10 years of coaching and you do cop your knocks when you lose the bottom side, you come back today and you have your players do what you ask, play the way you want them to play, make it all worthwhile.